Bayside Marketplace. Groups fighting, lighting fireworks and damaging stores. Amanda Placencia is live in downtown Miami with more. And Amanda, several teens have been arrested.
Yes, Juan, 4 teens have been arrested between the ages of 14 and 16 years old after wreaking havoc last night here in Bayside. And we've learned that fireworks, which were mistaken for gunshots, are what led to that major police response. A massive police response at Bayside on New Year's Day. Videos posted all over social media Monday night showed dozens of police officers swarming the area after the call initially came in as an active shooter. According to arrest reports, police say a large group of teens started causing a riot inside the mall and were lighting loud fireworks. They were entering businesses possibly armed with sticks, causing damage inside stores and just creating panic for people inside Bayside. As officers tried to control the situation, they had to shut down Biscayne Boulevard for 6 blocks until the all-clear was given. We are not reporting their names because they are minors, but 4 teens between the ages of 14 and 16 years old were arrested during the mayhem. Now that it's calm a day later, tourists and those who live in South Florida weighed in on what happened.
A little bit worried about the security in the area. I have a baby, as you can see, so I think it could be like dangerous for the families that visiting around here.
I heard what happened, I think, last night or New Year's in the downtown. So, yeah, I guess that was like a very dangerous thing.
Later in the night, a group of 50 teens also caused a disturbance at a nearby 7-Eleven. One victim in the chaos told police that a teen threw a bottle at his car, and when he got out to ask who threw it, there was an argument and he was jumped by a group of male teens. He told police that they went into his car and stole his iPhone. 2 of the teens were arrested for resisting an officer without violence. The other 2 are facing a host of charges, including burglary, grand theft, battery, and resisting an officer without violence. The president of the Downtown Neighbors Alliance had a statement about Monday night's situation, which read in part, a concerned resident mistook the fireworks destinations for gunshots and reported an active shooter, which led to the heavy deployment of police resources that is being shared on social media. We want to reassure everyone in our community that the Downtown Neighbors Alliance is asking our leaders to use this development as a teachable moment. Now, all 4 of those teens who were arrested in last night's chaos are expected to appear in juvenile court on Wednesday. Live at Bayside in downtown Miami, Amanda Placencia, NBC 6 News.
I just got back from Miami, like this morning, and I was over there when all that shit went down at the mall, you know, and there was some stuff going on. Yeah, there was some teenagers involved, and I'll tell you that because I was there. I'll break it down to you as far as like what went down and stuff like that. But there was a bunch of teens, right? And they had some little fucking they were like a radio, like a little DVD player. They were fucking around with it. They were like, yeah, watch this. And then I'll show you. Watch, let me flip this shit around. Show you exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, I was in Miami because I was on a little graffiti expo and shit. So I was over there because dudes had me over there so I can go paint, right? So I was hanging around with my mans, and then we went to the mall just, to see what's up. So this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what I'll draw you what can happen. This is what happened. Okay? There was a whole bunch of teens, right? A whole bunch of teens, and they had this little fucking box, like a little DVD player type thing, right? And they were like, yeah, watch, go ahead. And there was a whole bunch of them, but they look all nerdy. They weren't like thugged out. They all dressed nice and shit or whatever, but, they were just right there, combo and shit. And a lot of them had like backpacks, and some of them had like weird guys' glasses, like welding glasses. And I was like, what the fuck? And the other guy was like, just go ahead and plug it in. We're right here. We're safe. And so somebody plugged this shit in, and it started flickering, right? Cause there was a column right here. I was over here on the top. I was up here on the top of the level. They were down here, and I was watching them from over here. Okay. So this shit started flickering, and it was flicking the rows of lights right here. All these lights were flickering. Then it started popping. When it started popping, everybody from over here started running this way. to see because everybody was nosy. And as soon as it started popping, this thing started glowing and it started going like a force field. Woo, 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 woo. And everybody that was behind this, that I was seeing, everybody looked like this. Like digital. Like it was being disrupted by the wave. Only right here. Not right here. Everything else was still flickering. Right here was still popping. People were running. As soon as they got close and they see how this thing was moving, everybody started going this way. When they started going this way, these guys started backing up because from this, it started glowing and it looked like somebody put a foot out like that. And then somebody put a hand out like that. And then all you see was this. All you see was like this, an image like that. That's all I seen. This was all glowing, so it was bright. This was the dark thing that I thought I seen come out. It looked like that. That's what came out. I was right here looking. It was me and 4 other dudes. 2 other guys ran over here and started filming. I'm waiting for them to give me the footage. But they say they got this thing coming out and it didn't look like somebody. It looked more like everything got disrupted and was all wavy and it did that effect. That's what it looked like to me. You know, I'm a graffiti artist. You know, I can do all kinds of shit with a spray paint can and make shit look like, you know, whatever. But, you know, when you get a mirror and bend it and all kind of crazy shit or, you know, the sounds and whatever shit they got going on. But yeah, man, I seen this. This is what I seen. And it looked like it was coming out of this. And it's because whatever little box they had was bright. And almost like you know, one of those military flashlights that they were trying to plug up, but it had like a horn to it, cause it was like, Arr! And all this was like disrupting and this shit right here was popping, you know, all this right here was popping. But this is what I seen. This is what I seen come out. And everybody's taking off, screaming like, oh my God, look at that. Everybody's turning around and look back to see this. And they were like, oh my God, and running. And at that point, this shit already fell and broke. And we were still right here walking this way because somebody started shooting from over here. Cause we seen lights, like 2 or 3 lights. And then the dudes that are right here, cause those people right here looking, they took off this way. That's what I seen.
Yo, I just got back from Miami.
Are here. Guys, I think the aliens are here. I saw this post on X and it was discussing what is going on in Miami right now. I was at the Miami Mall yesterday and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around. They didn't make any noises or sounds, but stared and watched you move. I tried to take a video, but every time I would try to, it would just bug out. They set a perimeter and wouldn't let anybody out or in unless they went through their photos. We were visited by aliens and the government is covering it up. They were about 6 to 7 feet tall and walked very slowly. They could turn their head around completely and it seemed like they could change forms. Like they didn't have any bones and could bend their body in whatever way. No fingers or feet, just arms and legs. They could also seemingly teleport. They weren't walking around normally, but instead disappearing and then quickly reappearing somewhere else. This allowed them to walk through some of the glass displays in the mall and the walls. You couldn't escape if they wanted to kill. but they didn't seem aggressive, nor did they seem like they wanted to kill anybody. It almost seemed like they were lost, but they also weren't scared of the army of police that was all around. They must have felt like they were far superior. They grounded all flights for a period yesterday. They shut down police scanners in Miami area for hours. It wasn't intentional. They had no choice. Whatever these creatures are interfered with electronics. Why is there no video of this quote-unquote fight they're talking about? This was posted earlier and I cannot verify its authenticity. All I can say is that this looks very similar to what I and others reportedly saw. No fingers or legs, anatomically consistent with a being that glides as opposed to steps. Now with this picture, I don't even know what I'm looking at if I'm being honest. But this is wild. What a start to 2024. Guys, I think the aliens are...
Man, what's up, y'all? I'm here to set the record straight, man. Like, I literally have been getting interrogated by the Miami Police Department for days, my dude. Look at me. It is really aliens. It's really aliens. And I cannot believe that the Miami Police Department is really going to try to make it seem like they had all those police cars and stuff out there over some kids fighting, y'all. We talking about 3 and 4 blocks. We get in, they asked us, first they asked us what we saw. It was me, 2 of my cousins, and 1 of my homegirls. All 3 of us being basically locked the fuck up. I ain't trying to get in trouble or nothing like that, but I'm just telling y'all, man. This shit is so real, man. Like, everybody saw it. There will be more reports coming out. There will be more reports coming out on this, man. But I just want to go on record and speak my truth. You know, they asked us not to speak about it. Any blog site, any news site, anybody who wants to talk to me, please get in my DM, man. Because that's the only way I'm going to tell my whole truth. But I just want to let y'all know, man, aliens are real. It was 3 of them. And we couldn't believe it. Y'all like this video, get this video trending, and I'll post my own cell phone footage. They tried to actually take my cell phone footage. You know what I'm saying? I showed them that thinking that I'm helping the world. They trying to delete it. But once you delete something on your phone, they have recently deleted, and you have to put your password in. I wasn't willing to give them that. So, man, y'all get this video to where it need to be, and I'm gonna go crazy.
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through, man. Yo, this alien at the Miami Mall story on New Year's Day is it's getting wild now. It's getting wild the more you look into it. It's January 6th. And, you know, everybody looking at everything else. You know, Cat Williams, Epstein, January 6th. But this happened on New Year's Day. And I think we're letting the police off easy. Because one thing about the story, once you involve police, I don't trust nothing. I don't believe in nothing that police has to say. I don't care if they said Tyrone broke into the door, house next door. I believe they mean, Hunter Tyrone something. You know what I'm saying? You know how they be having those wild names. But, it's like, I just don't believe it. I don't believe what the police say. Because once the police, try to get you to not look a certain way, We're definitely looking that way. You know what I'm saying? You're giving us all the reason to at least look. You get what I'm saying? It's not us. Like, we didn't make the house rules. Like they're killing women that call the police. You know what I'm saying? You know the history of the police. This is what they do. They're not to be trusted. So when it comes to UFOs and aliens and shit like that, right? It's getting wild to me because I remember, I think it was 2021, I heard President Obama say something about UFOs and stuff like that. I've been hearing about this UFO shit for like years now. I've been hearing about heavy in the past 2 to 3 years. I've been hearing about this UFO story heavy. But when you look at this story right here, right, at the aliens at the Miami Mall, you see the report from the news. One thing they keep showing this picture of, this video of these teens running at the mall and everything like that. Like, I done been a teenager and gunshots went off, and then after that, I done seen other situations where teenagers run when gunshots go off. I done seen it, and that's not the type of running. They live in Miami. They live in Miami, so it's a reality they deal with. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's it called? That type of running right there was like, that was not running away from gunshots. You know, that's like running when the school police, when the school, what do they call the truancy comes or something like that. That's like the truancy run. That's not the gunshot run. You know what I'm saying? That run is different. And then, they keep trying to tell us that, it was just kids, and they thought it was fire shots that sounded like fireworks that sounded like gunshots. That's why they started running. Like, no, dog. If it was fireworks and they started running like that, somebody would have told them that it was just fireworks. By the time they started running and it would slow down, they were running for too long for it to just be fireworks. You get what I'm saying? They're running for too long for it to just be fireworks. And then once you find out that it's not fireworks and it's a gunshot, you have a different, more intense type of run. So I'm not believing that. And then they say the teens had sticks and everything, like they pick up sticks. You're not picking up a stick for no human being. You're not picking up a stick to fight to defend yourself against no human being. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is 2024 now. And then this happened on New Year's Day. You got to remember, this happened on New Year's Day. Listen, one thing is the Simpsons don't lie, man. It's 2024. It's been long enough for us to know that the Simpsons do not lie. And they've been predicting that 2024 will be the year that, quote-unquote, aliens make themselves known to human beings. That's what listen, I'm just going off of the Buffalo Times with this. Do not call me crazy. No, you can see the same thing I'm seeing. So when that happens with the UFOs on New Year's Day, the Simpsons predicting. Remember when Nancy Pelosi was on the news and she said she's a reptilian, and then I've been hearing this talk about reptilians. Like, reptilians is something wild. But then I was like, Dr. York said we all reptilians. I remember some dude stopped me in the hood, like, look at your fingers. You got webbed fingers. You a reptilian. So I was like, so I'm like, I'm a little weary about the whole reptilian talk. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they mean something different now. And if they really are reptilians, then they need to free Dr. York. You get what I'm saying? And then, so remember when Lil Wayne said, I'm an alien? I'm not, because he dropping 300 freestyles a week. That's what an alien was to us, He's not from this world. And then I'm just trying to put together the whole alien and human being, like, this shit, like, really being on, like, being a factor to us. You know, Space Jam. Jordan was playing against aliens. You know, not of this world. And I'm starting to really believe it, because I'm starting to believe that there's another force, another life form that, you know, like, you know, a counterpart to human beings, especially the way people are acting nowadays. One thing that we gotta do, go back to listen to everything Tupac said. Listen to everything Tupac said, every interview, every song, every bar, because he was saying something, right? He was telling us something like really major. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's next after Martin Luther King. So you listen to Tupac. He told us trusting nobody. It was two of my closest road dogs that did me dirty. So that turned on me. You know what I'm saying? So when you say trust nobody, I'm applying that to the police. I'm not trusting nothing the police say. The police say, oh, LOL at the aliens being at the mall. Now I'm gonna look a little harder. The videos in the beginning, you got testimonies from people saying that they were there and some freaky shit was going on. The dude that did the drawing and all that, I'm a little skeptical of him. I'm a little, like, you know, that's why I'm saying trust nobody. I'm not trusting nobody on this side. I'm not trusting nobody on that side. I'm waiting to see it myself, you know? Because the dude, like, once he started scribbling and shit with the marker, I was like, okay, now this dude might just be playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been outside before. Like, he might just be playing. He might be playing with you. Like, you know, I'm not trusting him either. But no, there's a lot of people saying things. There's a lot of people on social media saying things. Like, where else could they say that to be heard? Where else could they say it to be heard? You know, because once we see that the mainstream media will not pick this up, it's a mainstream. Do you believe the mainstream narrative? No, that's not. The police said no, so we don't believe. Or do you believe the social media? They said yes, so we believe them. I'm not believing neither. I don't believe nobody. I don't trust nobody. I'm waiting to see it myself. Because if it's true, I'm going around all black people, because they're going to come where the black people at. If they went to Miami, they should be close, right? So, and then we also got to remember, this is 2024. Technology is on some freaky shit. Technology is wild nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, technology is different. Technology now, like, you know, they can make something that you know, they have out in New York City, they have police robots. I mean, I've seen it myself. And then you see it on the news. They have actual police robots. So they got robots now. You just heard a story about a virtual rape. A virtual rape now. In the UK, they charging somebody with a virtual rape. So it's getting to a different type of level. A belief. This is what the Cat Williams and Kevin Hart shit break down to. Do you believe the mainstream, or do you believe the independency? That's what this breaks down to. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna address this later on.